Oh no! Keith Lee! Oh, a double team! Come on, PJ. Forrest, 1. Oh, PJ fell out! 2, 3 strikes. Should I get up, PJ? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is another episode of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL podcast. This is episode number 59. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, with my beautiful co-host, PJ, Miss Phyllis Jr. She said, what up, what up? And to the right of me, y'all, the main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy. What's up, TJ?
There you go. Sorry, I had muted myself. Apologies. Hello, everybody.
I was nervous. I was like, oh, hell nah.
I realised I was opening a Coke and I didn't want you guys to hear the crunch. So, yes, hello, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic night, and I'm glad you finally joined me in the same year. Took you long enough.
I know, right? It took about 7 days to get there, man. But that's right. Officially, Happy New Year. This is like the first official New Year podcast that we have for
Yeah.
Tuesday with TJ from the American side. Yeah. But as far as you go, this is for part 2 for you, man. But thank y'all for showing love. We ask you guys smash that like button, hit that subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel and loving what you are seeing. Thank y'all for showing love and support, man. We got a good one. This is our Week 18 recap of the final regular season games of the NFL season, and then we'll give ourselves our NFL wild card picks and predictions. So it should be a great episode, man. But how you feeling, TJ?
Not too bad, thank you very much. Yeah, now you can hear me. Yes, all good, all good. Looking forward to the playoffs. And my condolences to Carlos. You're obviously Your Saints didn't live up to the hype.
Hold on. Are we talking preseason hype or the first two games hype? Because we didn't live up to the first two games hype. Preseason hype, we're just fine. It is what it is. The first two game hypes, though, yeah, we did not live up to that at all. Like
No,
after week three, it was over with. It was just bad, man. So yeah,
yeah.
I can agree with you on that. We sure did not, man. But those
This
Eagles
was,
looking good. Gonna take on the Packers. So
yeah.
it's gonna be a good one. We'll break all that down and a lot more. I promise you guys that. We'll give our picks and predictions, and we'll have a nice run in with every single wild card matchup this week. I believe is what we have one game on. No, we have two games on Saturday, three
Two
on
games on
Friday.
Saturday.
Three on Sunday and one on Monday.
Yes, you are spot
A
on there.
lot of playoff games, man. Jeez, I remember the time where it was just only like two games and we were good, or four games. How about that? Now they got six games playing. So I'm like, yo, time, what a time to be alive. All right, we got some folks in the chat now showing love. We got Cleveland Indians fan pages. Let's go Denver. All right. Peter said,
Hmm.
what's up, CIF? Good to see you. We got EJ News and Podcast. Is Denver better win? Sorry, Von Miller. I know you played with Denver before, but we need win
Did
bills going down. Uh-oh.
Did you see what Don Villa, Von Miller posted on his Instagram?
No, I did not. What did you say?
So it was essentially a man crying whilst holding a gun. I think it's from the film where he goes out and shoots the dog behind the house. And it's like he's having to put his old team down.
Oh, I like that. I like trash talk. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like that trash talk. We got the beautiful Christian Ann Ruder says, Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let's show love to the best UST nation. Thank you, Christian Ann Rujo. Peter said, what's up, CR? Good to see you. We got Thomas Graney says, good evening, callers and TJ. TJ, your
Hello.
Eagles will beat my Packers.
Unfortunately, I've got that feeling it will, especially how well Jordan Love is, because I know he bruised his funny bone, hasn't he?
He
And
has.
apparently that can linger for about 2, 3 weeks, just having that constant funny bone feeling. Honestly, it sounds
Yeah,
horrific. Imagine having that funny
right.
bone
Definitely
numbness.
not funny. I've hit my funny bone a few times in life, and it's not funny at all. So,
A lot
I,
of swearing.
yeah, yeah, you're right about that. But yeah, once again, hit that like button, man. We already have 10 likes and counting already in the stream, so appreciate
Oh,
that. So
nice.
keep those likes coming in. Rep your team, by the way, man. And of course, we had our poll. It's a 4-question poll, basically saying, how do you feel about your team right now at the current stage? I picked. I don't want to talk about it. So I just don't. Yeah, I'm one of those things. I just don't want to talk about it. But also, are you trying to get a QB? Do you have Super Bowl in your sight, or are you just happy to be in the playoffs?
Are
Let
you just
us
happy to
know.
be here?
Yeah, I said I don't want to talk about it. That was one of the, yeah, I don't. I just don't. Same as we just got. And I'm still talking about it. All right. Uh, let's
Easy
get
done.
let's get with it, man. Thank y'all for showing love and support as always, man. This is episode 59, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
59.
59. That's a lot, y'all. That is a lot. So let's get into it. We have our good and our bad and the downright ugly. So let's get the Ripper team out of here first. All right. And now we have our good. And we got a few topics to break
Yeah.
down with the good. Week 18 did not bolster a lot of drama, but it was just enough to keep us on the edge of our seats as the NFL is week by week basis. But the main event of the evening obviously was Sunday night football, and for about a half, it lived up to the hype. But then the Lions, second half, straight up dominate the Vikings, 31-9 overall. The Lions clinched the number one seed. The Vikings dropped to 5 to have a road game. They will be the first ever 14-win team to play
Mhm.
on the road. The question is, I might
Absolutely
as well make it a
stupid.
two-part question. Lions, first of all, they surprised me in that game with how well
Defense,
that
man.
defense played. I was super shocked because I think both of us chose Minnesota to win this game like dummies. Um, but but can the Lions run the table and win the Super Bowl off
I
of
don't
this
know.
off of this game alone right here? What's your answer to that, man?
I honestly don't know because the Lions' biggest problem has been their defense. They've been injured like this though tomorrow. Terry Arnold went down in this game, didn't he?
Hmm.
Apparently his injury is not serious. It's considered week to week. But I'm just having yeah. I didn't write you down what you've had from Minnesota against that game, but I went Minnesota.
I did too.
Um, and yeah, no one saw the Lions shutting down this Vikings offense. Essentially, they just stopped Justin Jefferson, didn't they? The amount of times I saw Sam Donald get pressured and he just throw the ball to Justin Jefferson and he just couldn't win it in. Like the defense locked down that. And it was shocking. Not only 9 points against an offense that's been explosive,
Hmm.
and the Lions have needed to score 40 to 50 to win games. So who knows if they can run the table? Obviously, hard competitors next coming up, and obviously, depending on how the playoffs land, they could be fighting the Vikings in 2 weeks again.
I would have if they would have lost this game against Minnesota, I'd have told
Yeah,
you there's no way. Now this defense, right? But the way they play that game, first of all,
it was
we I didn't really sit back and really gathered in how much home field means to Detroit. Even in that
oh,
final game, it meant the world to that team because yes, you're not really having your all time guys on your defense, but the scheme is still
mhm.
there, and the competitive juice is still there from these guys as well. They went out there and did what I thought teams should always do against Sam Donald, and it's blitz his ass, right?
Yes, they
Bring
did.
in more pressure because it's the same guy that said he was seeing ghosts. You know what I'm saying? So like blitz him, and if he beat you with that, you tip your cap to him, say congratulations, you're the better man. The Lions went out there and just blitzed that ass, and I was very, very, very happy when I saw from Detroit. If you look at it, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, obviously they're gonna play the lowest seeded team that comes out of the first round. So you could be looking at maybe the Commanders, or
Yeah,
you could be looking at the Rams and Vikings game again, and it could be Vikings versus Lions Part Three. Well,
yeah.
what I'm saying is, I feel very comfortable in any situation right now because they're at home.
Really?
If they would have been the fifth seed, that would have really told me like I don't know, because them boys on the road for the whole entire playoffs, probably not. But you give them that heart, that soul, Detroit Ford Field. I'm all for it. And right now, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I say yes, the Lions are going to run the table, not necessarily win the Super Bowl, but at least get there. And if you get there, it is literally 50-50 for the championship. So
Oh no,
I
absolutely.
love what I saw from Detroit. Look, Jameer Gibbs is going to do his thing. This Lions offense is going to score points. Can
But
that defense do enough to stop their opposition from scoring just as many or more points? I'm going to go with the Lions scoring a lot more points than their opposition, whether at home.
no, that's fair. And if they make it to the divisional round, I think it was announced that uh, the running back David Montgomery
Yeah, Montgomery was back, right?
he should be back. So that's terrifying.
There we go.
Yeah,
Uh,
so we
uh,
know their offense is fine. It was just their defense, and like I said, you and I both didn't predict that defense playing the way it
we
did.
did not. I didn't see it coming. I literally thought. I mean, I saw a win. I could see a win regardless from Detroit or not. Although we both picked Minnesota to win, but the way they won in the dominant fashion that basically made the Vikings one dimensional somewhere in that third quarter. It
Mhm.
was pretty much over with, man.
It
So
was not good.
it was not, and I was like, "Yo, okay." Now the second part question I'm gonna ask for this one is to Minnesota now. With that loss, how devastating is that loss? Because now you're basically a 14 win team. As we'll get TJ right back in here, you're a 14 win team, 14 freaking wins, you guys, and you're gonna be playing essentially every game on the road from here on out, unless you get lucky with an upset, basically by the Packers or the Commanders. We got you back on, TJ.
Sorry, I have
Yeah, no,
no idea what's happening.
you're good.
I'm setting
Uh,
up none of them.
but no, so like the Vikings, like what kind of blow was that for your self esteem
Oh,
for Minnesota?
absolutely. It's devastating because you've been on such a hot streak. You've been on such a roll. You've had all of this momentum and confidence in Sam Donald, and then that came all crushing down. Like especially with how the way Sam Donald played, it wasn't horrific. Like it wasn't as bad as he used to be back on the Jets, but there were definitely some sort of like worrisomes there.
Right, right, right.
Um, so I think it is quite concerning, and they'll be playing the Rams.
Yes.
I think the Vikings are better than the Rams, but the Rams have done it before, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
There's a lot of players that haven't been in the playoffs, who haven't. Cam Akers, I know, have, but Donald definitely hasn't. I don't think Justin Jefferson's made it to the playoffs, have they? Oh, he has once and got
Yeah,
destroyed.
yeah. Yeah. And y'all don't worry, y'all will have our picks and predictions towards the end of the stream. So yeah, we're not gonna answer any predictions. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, not yet. So yeah, I if I'm the Vikings, I wouldn't be quaking in my boots, but there'll be something in the back of my mind.
All right, let's continue on with our good and let's keep on with the trend of more good. And that's gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
Oh,
clinched the NFC South with a win over the Saints. Bryce
yeah,
Young basically eliminates the Falcons, although the Falcons would have been eliminated regardless. But Bryce
yeah.
Young eliminates the Falcons, and he looks good. But let's talk about the Bucks first, clinching that division. And it was a division that was like, ho hum. I get it. Because I believe with that loss, the Falcons are actually a game below 500 at 8-9, and Tampa Bay,
Seriously?
yeah, Tampa Bay went to 10-6, right? I mean, 10,
Tampa's 10
10,
and
10, and
7.
10 and 7, and Atlanta went to 8-9. If they were both going to be 9-8,
Yeah, yeah,
Atlanta
spot
would
on.
have won the division
You are
because
spot on.
Atlanta, it's my division. I know how crap it is. Trust me. I mean, Carolina went 5-12. New Orleans is in last place at 5-12. So cool thing is we get a last place schedule for next season. Yay! But
Looks like it. Wait, you went last in the division.
yeah, obviously we tied with Carolina. I don't know if you forgot if Carolina beat us, and that's when Dennis Allen got fired.
Oh my goodness. So you're literally Carolina beat you in the division.
Carolina beat the division. They went 5-12. We went 5-12 as well. That is just god awful. So
Oh, ugh.
I get it, man. I get it.
Nice cold shower for you.
But let's break yeah, let's break down Bucks and then the Falcons though. We saw Michael Penix with Atlanta, and it was great back and forth because at one point the Bucks were down to the Saints. At one point the Falcons were beating the
Mhm.
Panthers, and it was going back and forth, and you couldn't tell what was going on. And I enjoyed about let's say 50 minutes of each game because you didn't know what was going on. Atlanta Falcons said they will only show the score if the Buccaneers were losing, and they showed a score a lot. At one point, it was what 13-3 and 16-6, and yeah. So Falcons fans were rejoicing. They were beating the Panthers barely, but the Panthers kept either tying the score or taking the lead or tying the score, and it went down to the wire. But look, it has come back to haunt Atlanta many, 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 many times. TJ,
Mhm.
if you look back in their past draft history, how many offensive guys they took over really, really, really good defensive guys, and what come at the haunt them in this game was defense. You let Bryce Young and the Panthers put up 44 points, albeit overtime, but god dog, you scored 38 points in a game that means if you win this game and you're and the team that you're going against loses, you're in the playoffs. And that
Yeah,
defense showed no heart, no passion at all. They got obliterated by
they got
Bryce
done.
Young.
They were done.
What is that? What does that say for Atlanta and their psyche for next year?
Oh, absolutely devastating. It's like Atlanta themselves. They've had a rough year. They paid a QB who they thought was their answer 100. Well, it's not. It was 180 with 100 guaranteed. So the answer you've had for a while because they've been QB-less for a while, haven't they? They thought that was their answer. It clearly wasn't, and it's been so disastrous. So that sucked the whole soul out of them.
Right.
Everything they've done, and they were so hyped for everything they've done, had put together, just collapsed in them. So I understand it. There's no heart. They're knackered. They don't believe in themselves. Obviously, their head coach, Randy Morris, no,
Um. Um.
um,
Raheem Morris.
Raheem. I was close. Um, yeah, obviously there was a lot about him. He's not Arthur Smith. He's good. Dolph, he has a losing record as a head coach,
Yep.
and he still does.
Yep.
Um, so I think it's absolutely disheartening because they thought they had all the answers. QB sorted, head coach sorted, weapons there, and they even signed some big name defensive players this
Yes.
offseason,
Jesse
and none
Bates
of it
was one of
worked.
them. And
Jesse
he
Bates,
had a
yeah,
great season too. Jesse Bates, by the
he
way.
had a great season, but it's clear it's a team game.
Yeah, you're right.
They're losing a lot of cap space this year because they've openly admit they're getting rid of Cousins, so that's going to hit them hard. So they might not have the numbers to buy the free
Hey,
agencies that
hey, 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 there's always a fingers crossed for a trade. Always
there's.
fingers crossed for a trade.
Who?
I don't know, man. Just saying. Fingers crossed somebody might want
The Raiders?
them.
At number six, maybe? I don't know. They're
And
not giving up the
they
number
don't
on
and they
six.
don't get a quarterback this in this draft. Yeah, it could be a team like them, but yeah, I really doubt it too though.
Oh, why don't you Saints? You're sitting at number nine. You need to
We
be
already got one disaster at
imagine
quarterback that has a lot
sending
of
the
money.
number nine pick to the Atlanta Falcons for
Oh
Kirk
no,
Cousins.
oh hell no, Lord, hell no. Hey, also on that, now let's talk about the flip coin of that. The Buccaneers, we gotta give some credit, man. They're now back to back to back
Mhm.
to back NFC South champions. And the NFC South
Yeah.
in the history, it was tough to even get more than two championships in a row. And now the Bucks have done it now four in a row. So congrats to them. Big shout out to Baker Mayfield. Yet again, another
What talk
former,
about
yeah,
yeah,
another
he's
former Cleveland
revitalized his
Browns
career.
quarterback is in the playoffs doing it big. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from Baker Mayfield and that Buccaneers team. Dangerous. I hate the fact that they got the unlucky draw, in my opinion, in the playoffs. But they've got
Oh, do you?
yeah. They got the
I
Commanders.
yeah, no, I fully trust this team to beat the Commanders.
No spoils,
I
TJ.
no spoilers, sorry, but
No
no,
spoilers. We gotta wait to the end.
no spoilers,
I'm
no
just saying
spoilers.
in my
I've got a
opinion,
question for
they got
you.
the tougher draw. Um, and
Fair.
the Buccaneers do than the Rams, in my opinion. That's what I was going with. Bucks and Rams, who got the better deal? I kind of think the Rams got the better deal. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. What you saying? My bad.
Wow. Thanks for that. Obviously, Saints, what is your opinion about essentially the Tampa Bay Buccaneers record chasing?
Oh,
Giving that final pass to
I
Mike
love it.
Evans to
Hey,
try
I'm
and get
not
him
mad
over a
at that.
thousand.
Hey, get your money, young
No, you're
man.
not, because I
Get
know
your
a lot of
money.
Saints fans,
Ah, they all gonna
obviously
cry
online,
and poop poop. I don't care. No, that was brilliant. I loved it. Get that man. That
that
man
we should have
deserved that.
just put 8 men on. Does it? We should have put 8 men on
I
Mike
mean, I
Evans,
mean, I mean,
prevent him getting a
if you
thousand
want to
yards.
stop them, then stop them. But honestly, the Buccaneers had it was 36 seconds left, so they had like three chances to get in the ball. He was getting that 5 yards regardless. He was he was he was getting that 5 yard regardless, man. But as a player to player, they're probably gonna let the man get it anyways. You know, you need five
Yeah,
yards. Get your 5 yards, man. Get your money.
but I
Get your
think
money,
he's what
bro.
tied Jerry Rice now for the
Yep.
most consecutive
11,
1,000 yard
11
seasons.
straight years. I'm very happy for Mike Evans. I look as a Saints fan. I'm raised to hate on the man, but only when we play him. Outside of that, the man has been a consistent professional
Yeah,
for
he's been a
11
nice
straight
guy.
years.
It seems like.
Every single week he's come out there and he has dominated competition. He is a surefire Hall of Famer, and I'm all 1,000% for players getting their money because we'll talk about the other side of that later on in today's show. So we got Dallas, my girl says, "Sup, dudes."
Hello,
He said, "What's
Dallas.
up, bestie?" And we got what's up since I lost money on Evans prop bet.
Um,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I
woo!
lost two. I had Evans for 90 yards. He got me 89. I lost by 1 yard.
Bit of spoilers for later, good sir. SPN 8 seconds ago. Adam Schefter. The Dallas Cowboys have officially denied permission to the Chicago Bears to interview Mike McCarthy.
Oh Lord. We'll talk about that in just a moment too. So yeah, spoilers for later, y'all. And our last topic with the NFC South, Bryce Young.
Oh, good.
Yo, this complete 180. Can we give a round of applause to Bryce Young? God, hey, I'm so happy for the dude. I although I don't like rooting for guys in my own division, but that just tells you my growth of my maturity. But um, this dude was dead to right to all NFL fans, all analysis, to all coaching, his own staff, his own
Mm-hmm.
teammates. He was dead to right. His own girlfriend left him before the
He
year
did.
started. It was just like, yo, from that to what we just saw over the last 4 or 5 weeks now of the NFL season, Bryce Young. The Panthers can officially say, we do not need a quarterback. That's good because we got one right here. Bryce Young, especially in that last game where they were trying to play spoilers against the Falcons, and he
Mm-hmm.
did. And he was diming them, man. It was beautiful, and I'm very happy for the resurgence, man. What do you want to say about Bryce Young's resurgence in the last month and a half?
It's great to see because he was written off and he got a lot of hate. Um, I do have a I do I'm curious. Obviously, their head coach is first time head coach, and obviously you want to see progress as the year gets on, as they like get used to coaching.
Yep.
So I think it was you could sort of see the progression of how Bryce Young plays and how well the team's coached in general. So some players get humbled and try harder when they're benched. Some people take it as a quite a vindictive sort of thing. They take it personally, and I think Bryce Young got humbled, has put a lot more effort in, and it's worked. Something has clicked, and it's great to see. It really is good to see.
I'm happy for the guy, man. I'm just glad
Yeah.
he's got that mojo back. He was number one overall pick, and hey, when it's all said and done, he had a better end to the regular season than C.J. Stroud did for his second year. So I don't know.
Oh,
Now year three is where it's at. Year three next year. All right, we're gonna find out by year three.
yeah.
Yeah. Young and
Who was
Young and Stroud. Let's find out now. Now both guys kind of knocked the Cowboys off. Stroud in year one, Young in year
the
two. Now year three is all about all right. Who can keep that momentum going?
spoiler? It's going to be another third round QB. I can't remember a QB taken in that round.
Uh oh, you never know,
Who was it? It's going to be Anthony Richardson's year next year.
huh? What's up is in the building. He says what's up. He said I
Hi,
want
what's up?
anytime touchdown, Derrick Henry. How does anybody stop that freight train? Lamar who? Give it to the freight train. Yes, I did that too. I want me somebody with Derrick
Oh,
Henry.
did you?
Oh yeah, it was too easy. He was minus 260 to get a touchdown. I had to throw a quick hundred on there. I only won like what was it? I won like $35 over that, but it was easy $35
Still
of my
35?
life. Yeah. I was nervous during that first half because he didn't score a touchdown in the first half. Anyways, let's talk about coaches being fired now. Last game of the year, guys getting fired literally like an hour after the game. We all kind of felt like Doug Peterson, this is his final.
We knew that,
Yeah, we
yeah.
kind of. Gerard Mayo,
That's a
that's
shocker.
the one that I want to really, really talk about. I mean, yes, Doug Peterson. Do I say it's justified as a Jaguars fan?
Yeah.
Not. You say yeah.
He openly admitted the Jaguars need a culture change.
No,
That his job's to set the culture.
it,
He openly said he wanted to quit.
yeah, that's fine. I get that. I just didn't see like, can we get this one nice healthy year for the Jaguars? And I mean, they went to the playoffs just 2 years ago. I was like,
True.
uh, 2 bad years, and you want to call it a quit? Man, you are the Jaguars, by the way. So why would you want another culture change? Another culture change? But I get it. If he said it, then he said it. It is what it is. We wish Doug Peterson the best of luck. Gerard
Yeah.
Mayo, though, that's the one that I want to talk about. Was that firing justified in your opinion?
No, I, especially coming from that franchise, which is known for its leniency, especially since Mayo was handpicked by Belichick. Um, it seemed odd. Apparently, Kraft said it was the hardest decision he's ever done. So that was firing a 1-year head coach is harder than firing a 20-year head coach, which is quite funny. My question is to you: do you think him winning the game cost him his job?
I'm gonna say no. I really think, and here's why: because the Bills are playing their second and third string guys too, pretty much. They weren't going out there having their A-list guys, and the Patriots won that game. I mean, it's not his fault that they decided to play the kid from I forgot his name already, who looked dynamic at quarterback as the backup,
Milton.
Milton from Tennessee. Hey, he's got
Yeah.
the cannon arm. Hey, he balled out, man. These look as a head coach. This is the Lovey Smith kind of deal, right? Now, Lovey Smith, he put it to the Texans on purpose. He went for two.
Yes.
He went for two to win the game.
He did.
That's
He did
really
do
like,
it.
yeah. All Mayo did was just coach the game, and this team responded and they won. Players are going to try and win the game no matter who's on the field. Now it's all about who just has the better team. That's all it
Fair.
is. Who are your players better? I think that particular game, the Bills weren't trying to win or could care less about winning, and the Patriots played a lot of guys who are actually fighting for a roster spot for next year on the Patriots or somebody else's team, and that right there alone can spark a win from New England, and they got that, and I was very happy, but I think that was already set in stone
You reckon?
already. Yes, Gerard Mayo did make a few comments uh, earlier this season that kind of probably rubbed the organization the wrong way. Mind you, even throughout Belichick's and Brady's career, they were so good that when guys came in and took pay cuts
Yeah.
because they had a nice dynasty going on. Well, Tom Brady's not walking through the door anymore. Bill Belichick has been fired. He's in North Carolina coaching
Yeah.
college football
Yeah.
now. Guess what? No one's taking a pay cut to play for New England. Gerard Mayo said that. Have you seen the roster he's dealing with? He went out there and basically told the media, and he was speaking on New England. He was like, "Cut the check.
Yeah.
If you want to redo this dynasty or redo this franchise, cut the check." And that was like week 9 or week
Hmm.
7 of the season, somewhere in that area. He said, "Cut the check," and he pretty much called out the organization. And then just about a month and a half ago, he called everyone soft. He said, "We're
He
soft
did.
from top to bottom." That may have rubbed the ownership the wrong way as well. We're New England. We're the Patriots. We were a dynasty. We were 6 time Super Bowl champions in a
That
20
was
year
half a
span.
decade ago.
Yeah, I mean they're just saying we're that team. We need to be acting like it. Well, no, no, no. You need the players to do that for you, and you don't have the players. You have a nice young defense. That's about it. But as far as your offensive weapons, you have none. None. Look
No.
at the receivers. Look at the running backs. Look at the
What O lines?
O line. You have nothing dominant at all about your team, and that young coach, first year head coach, which you, Robert Kraft, signed on the dot because he said I was afraid to lose him.
Yeah.
So to assure he would be on there, we made a contract that hey, he will be the predecessor to Bill Belichick. Okay, and after 1 year with no talent, he's not your guy anymore. Oh, he said he can't get through with the young kids. Oh, I don't want to hear that. I
That
think
doesn't
that
make
man was black sheep, just to black sheep him. Because now, instead of Bill Belichick in Robert Kraft's ear talking about Gerard Mayo, let's get our own guy now. That's all it was.
Well, here's the thing. So obviously last year when they got rid of Bill Belichick, it was odd, wasn't it? It was like, Bill, you're gone. We've hired. It was very weird. So they didn't have the opportunity to interview guys, and apparently they're going after Mike Vrabel. So they're replacing one Belichick disciple with another Belichick disciple. It is odd. It was very odd because it's the Patriots next year. So they officially have their GM now, Elliot Wolf, I
Hmm.
believe. 114 million in cap space.
Cut the check.
100,
Cut.
114 million. That is 20 million over the next guy, which is the Raiders that have 90 million. They should go out and sign every single player they need position. They've got the money to do so.
They do. They do.
And
And will they do it though? Because they're not known for spending. They've never been known for spending. They
well,
got
Bill
lucky and
Belichick doesn't. Yeah,
Drew Bledsoe got hurt, and Tom Brady came in and became who he was with a really good defense on the back end, and then Brady just developed into a really, really, really good quarterback, and then that was all she wrote. And now folks want to come in and join a winner, and I don't blame guys for wanting to come in and join a winner.
yeah.
They made that the Patriot way, the model way, right? Well, now the Patriot way is gone.
Patriot is
That
no
guy is
longer.
calling for Fox Sports now. He's the analyst, and other guys the head coach for North Carolina Tar Heels now. So yeah,
Hang around with college kids.
yeah, hanging around college kids, aka his girlfriend,
His
but
girlfriend's
yeah,
friends.
yeah, his girlfriend's homegirls.
It was odd. It
she
really was odd.
she probably calls him Billy. Oh, Billy.
Oh
Oh,
no, no,
Billy.
no.
You're so manly. Just that boy been a man longer than your daddy. But anyways, that being said, I don't think it was justified for Draw Mayo. Everyone's got their beliefs and what they want and why they want to fire people, but 1 year and you have no talent, that means, in my opinion, you just didn't like the guy from the jump.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
You reckon it was Bill
I
Belichick?
yeah,
'Cause obviously Bill did all the contracts.
yeah.
He added that to the
I think
clause,
Robert
and
Kraft
oh,
owed a big deal to Bill Belichick, and what Bill Belichick said. This might have been 3 4 years ago,
yeah,
4 or 5 years ago, when he said, when I retire, or if I get whatever, I want Gerard Mayo in there, and they let Gerard Mayo hang out. So, but I think they say, you know what, we want to start over now and get our own guy. It is what it is. But no, I don't think it had nothing to do with the win, because they're not trying to get a quarterback. If they're in a desperate need for a quarterback, then that might mean a lot more. They need talent all across the board. They got their quarterback in Drake May, supposedly. So I don't think it was that at all. Now, Lubby Smith, that was all about, you screwed us over, Lubby. You know. But
you're
Lubby was
wrong.
told already he
But
was
here's the
getting
thing:
fired. So he didn't
it didn't
care.
screw them over.
Well,
Yeah, and
yeah,
it did screw them over.
yeah,
And
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
they
yeah,
stopped.
yeah, yeah. And now, in hindsight, it worked out fine for the Texans. But yeah, and at that time, in their reality at the time, they thought we had got screwed from getting the best quarterback of the draft. Yeah,
Bryce Young.
yeah, Bryce Young. Oh, 5 foot
But no,
nine, Bryce Young.
so Patriots dropped to 4.
Which
They
is
were
fine.
gonna have the number one pick.
Okay, so you can't get Travis Hunter. Okay, get somebody else. You're fine. You're fine. You need a lot more than
No, I
just.
think they still will end up with. They'll end up with Travis Hunter. Here's the top 3 picks: Titans, Browns, Giants.
Oh, well, there you go. There you
QB,
go.
QB, QB.
There you go. Although if I'm the Giants, I'm
Because
probably getting Hunter. I'm not getting a quarterback. If it's not Cam Ward, if it's not Shador Sanders,
really,
if it's not Cam Ward or Shador Sanders, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'll wait again. I'll keep stacking my talent up.
so you didn't want Jalen Milrow or
No,
Quinion Ewers, Carson Beck.
hell no, and hell no. Carson Beck injury right now, and his ass should have stayed one more year. He decided to go to the NFL. He crazy. Jalen Miro, he is not ready. Miro is not ready, right? As that season progressed, Jalen Miro digressed, right?
Oh,
Check out
really?
his highlights of his last 4 or 5 games. It does not look good at all. Timid in the pocket, scared to run that football. It's just bad, and can't read. Can't read. It's just bad. And then last one, Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers. Oh my! If Quinn Ewers was another quarterback, for the Texas Longhorns right now, maybe Arch Manning, whoever it is, Texas will be the favorite right now to win it all.
Really?
He's the link. That's the reason why they're not going to win it.
Wow.
They they
Because
they they
obviously,
have the they have the best defense in the nation. He's I've seen him now the last 4 or 5, 6 weeks of the season. His accuracy is ugly. It is not good. It is not good.
I know Arch Manning's scheduled to come out in 2026, isn't he? He's next
If
year.
he could come out next year if he wanted to.
He could come
He
out
could
next
come out
year.
here. If Ewers goes to the NFL, Arch Manning will be starting quarterback for Texas Longhorns. If he has a breakout year, a crazy year, he can go out. But I think he stays 2 years.
He got 939 yards this year on limited
Yeah,
snaps,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, and Ewers is out for like 2 games with an injury.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, or 1 or 2 games he was out. So yeah,
Too bad then.
that's
Not
why
too bad.
Manning has a lot of a lot of those stats because one game he threw he was playing against like a Division II team and he killed them. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
And also, if I'm the Giants, you've got to build in the trenches. Surely you
yeah,
wouldn't go for Travis
I'm not
Hunter.
trying to get Quinn Ewers in there. I'm not trying to get Jalen Monroe. So you'll set your franchise back another 10 years doing that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Who is the Giants? Who knows?
Yeah.
But surely the answer isn't Travis Hunter, because when Travis Hunter gets into the NFL, he has to be one position, right?
No,
He
no,
still can't do two.
he can and he will.
Really? That'd be physically exhausting.
We all thought the same thing too for his college career. He's killed it.
It's
We all
true.
thought the same thing for college. Dion didn't do that. Charles Woodson barely did that. Charles Woodson's more defense. He had a a time for him to be in the offense, but no. Hunter played just about 100% on both sides. It's amazing what that kid has done, man. And so I don't know, but
It is impressive. I openly admit, it is very impressive. It's just obviously the NFL is such a different animal.
I think he plays full time defense and he plays about 50% offense.
Wow. He'll be
Yes,
what, the number three,
he'll be number two. Honestly, if you want to be real,
especially on the Giants.
Malik. If he's on the Giants, he'd be Malik Neighbors, who's had a crazy end of the season. It was
Good
awesome to
one.
watch him.
Yeah,
And
really
then
good one.
yeah, but that rookie class was amazing. We got to talk about that next week. That rookie class this year, it was brilliant.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
we'll talk about that next week, man. Great
So the
class they got.
Giants could be a team that gets Kirk Cousins or Aaron Rodgers.
Man,
Uh,
they not getting none of them. They be crazy to get them boys. You saw what Rodgers did in the same damn building.
Oh, yeah, that was a terrible year for Rodgers. Absolutely diabolical year.
Let's talk about Jerry Jones and them boys. We just got breaking news
Oh,
about
Jerry
15 minutes
Jones.
ago, right? They said, my question was, the thing is, Jerry Jones is still quiet on whether or not he will bring back Mike McCarthy or not. How long should they wait? We just got word now because the Bears are like, hey, which is done by them. I don't know why, but they're like, hey, we want to interview Mike McCarthy. And obviously, you know about Jerry Jones and him with coaches. He waits forever to
Yeah,
announce, like, he's not that guy that fires that guy right after the season's over. He wants to sit there and get all the attention, let it soak for about 2 or 3 weeks, then let it go, right? But if he says so, the Bears just said we want to interview Mike
permission.
McCarthy, permission, right?
Yes,
Because he's
yes.
still technically on the
He's
Cowboys roster,
yeah.
right?
Even though he's technically his contract is expired, the Cowboys still have the exclusive right to have him. Apparently,
Yes, yes. So that being said, the Cowboys said no. And one thing that's Jerry Jones doing. We know that because he wants to really eat this up. Although we're not in the playoffs, I still want you guys to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So what would I do? I will not fire my coach yet. I'm still in the record saying Mike McCarthy will be fired, or now just let go because he'll be let go in about another week or two. But if you would have said yes to the Bears, that is basically saying I'm letting this guy go. We're done with him. Jerry Jones wants to make that decision for himself and for the world to know out of Jerry Jones' mouth. He's always been like that, and he will never learn. With all these guys now getting interviews right now, ASAP, the Cowboys have interviewed nobody.
no.
Nobody. You got your Mike
Do they
Vrabels
bring
out
him
there.
back?
Say it again.
Do they bring him back? Like,
No, McCarthy's
you
gone.
don't think so?
Correct. It's the same thing with Jason Garrett. Same thing, same situation. Jason Garrett went past his contract. They waited about 2 or 3 weeks and then let Jason Garrett go, like in the middle of the
And he
playoffs.
didn't get a job. Yeah, and to be honest, it's crazy that the Bears even wanted Mike McCarthy
That's what I'm
because
saying. For what? To get all the
yeah,
Packers secrets?
yeah, precisely. Because it's slightly adjacent. The Bears now have chosen to interview Pete Carroll
I like that,
instead of
and
Mike
that's
McCarthy.
what I want if I'm in Chicago. I want Pete Carroll.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. It is dumb, especially since you just see him laughing, like at the Eagles game when he was just laughing his head off, and we're like, your team's in shambles. I don't get what you're enjoying about the moment.
That he got paid as a free ride and he got money out of this. Hey, man, it's what it is. I got paid, baby. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Hey,
Uh,
all I can say as an Eagles fan, keep doing what you're doing,
yeah,
Joe.
yeah, I'm telling you,
It's working
it's working
phenomenally.
big time. You're right about that. I don't know where the Cowboys go with this, but I can almost guarantee Mike McCarthy is not going to stay. If he does, I mean, rejoice, Eagles fans again. I mean, so
Well,
rejoice.
hopefully they pick up Urban Meyer.
Bro, oh man, yeah, that'd be even better.
Yeah, it'd be great. Great to
Yeah,
hear that.
everybody ain't Jared Jones.
Yeah,
Jared
yeah,
Jones was a yes man. Everybody ain't no yes man. He's a yes ma'am. I would love to dance with
yeah.
you. You're not my wife. Who cares though?
Um, we never spoke about it, and I don't think it's on the options because it wasn't in the voice message you sent me. What is your opinion about the Raiders getting rid of their head coach?
Did they get rid of Pierce?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think it was literally 20 minutes after you sent that message. Yeah, the
Oh,
Raiders have just
I didn't even
announced
know that. Well,
they are parting ways
yeah,
with
that was
Pierce.
also in the makings. I mean, when you beef with half your roster, like
Hmm.
Pierce was beefing with everybody. He didn't give a damn. He was like, "Yeah, I don't like you. I don't like you." It was funny because the same attitude he had is what galvanized the Raiders last year.
Yes.
Obviously, when you get a firing, right? And a new coach comes in, he's this rah rah kind of guy. You kind of like, hey, we love it. And then that same attitude is like, it's almost like when you're married, right? And your wife loves you for who you are, but then she wants to divorce you for who you are, right? It's like, yo, what did I do wrong? So, anyways, that's how it is in these quote unquote marriages, man. So he was the rah rah guy that was a different voice the year prior. Now this year you hear that voice on and on, you're like, it's not cool. We don't like this guy. So yeah, and of course he threw a lot of guys under the bus, and they had a lot of beef going on with your
Yeah,
superstar
like
Max
him
Crosby.
beefing with Devontae Adams was pretty
Him and
bad.
Adams beefing, Max Crosby beefing. So I'm like, yo, all right, yeah. Raiders have had enough of that. I think it's time for them to clean house and stay and get an official head coach for them, not an interim guy that rah rah the guy for 3 games. You know,
That's which
um,
is fair, which is fair. It is very curious because you've got teams needing GMs, Jets and Titans. I'm shocked about the Jets and Titans. Well, not the Titans moving on from
mhm.
their GM because it's only been 2 years. Then again, he did let Derek Henry walk.
Oh yeah, we know all about that, man.
And you've got so many interesting head coaches positions. But what team is the most favourable? Like, if you're a head coach, say you're the OC of the Lions, and we know the OC will happily stay in Detroit. Ben Johnson, right? It's the OC.
No,
Um,
well, go ahead.
he's openly admit he's happy just to stay in Lions because he had the Commanders wanted him last year, and he was like, "I'm good." Um, where would you want to go?
I want to go somewhere where they're established at quarterback and call me crazy. I know you are gonna call me crazy. I think Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
I want to go to
I
Jacksonville.
will call you crazy.
I'm just saying, if I'm a head coach, I'm like, yo, we got a quarterback in place already, right? We got a young, really good defense. It's just very unfortunate things have happened so far. one thing you don't want to be a head coach and in shambles. Like, yo, what the hell am I doing? You don't want to be, the Saints head coach coming in next. Like, we're like $1 billion over the cap. Our quarterback already said he ain't giving out no money, no pay cut. And yeah, you don't want to be that head coach going to the Saints.
Oh,
No.
66 million over
Yeah,
the
I'm
cap.
saying, but you would rather go to a team that has a quarterback ready. He's still young, and so I'm looking at I'm looking at.
Bears?
I'm not going to the Bears. Hell no.
What's wrong with the Bears?
The Bears. What you mean? What's wrong with it?
Well,
Hello.
we know what's wrong with the
What?
Bears,
I
but
mean, I mean, they're about the same as Jacksonville. Might as well go where it's warm.
no
Sure.
income tax in Florida.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. It's a chill out spot too. But they already have their quarterback established. They have a nice young nucleus. They have a nice young nucleus on offense too. It's
Yeah, it's
just
true.
about
They've got their wide
it's just
receivers.
about getting together. This team was just 2 years removed from the playoffs too. Like, so they shown they can go to the playoffs. We can do that.
Yeah, you're
So
right. You're right.
that's all. I like Jacksonville. That's all I'm saying. I go in there knowing I got Sunshine as my quarterback, and he's a top 12 to 15 quarterback when healthy. And we got Travis Etienne. We've got Brian Thomas, the rookie who has had a phenomenal season for Jacksonville. Brian Thomas Jr. He has been phenomenal. He's the number one. Those LSU guys from receivers are just awesome, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's established. Work on your defense a little bit more, and then you got something going on. They just need the right voice in the locker room. I like that. I like the place. I like the quarterback. I like the young nucleus.
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
that's fair. Jack, you've convinced me.
I'm not going to Chicago. It's too damn cold out there. And ownership has been a mess.
That is true. That is
Ownership's been
true.
a mess. I don't want to go there where my bosses are. Just ugh. It's just ugh.
So someone's broke it down pretty well, and they've said it's the Jacksonville, it's the Patriots, young QB, weakest division. Jacksonville's good QB, same talent, weak division, good nucleus. Bear has talent, young QB,
Tough ad
but
division.
not sure. Tough division, uh, quite bad history. Saints, easy division, but has no QB. The Jets, dysfunctional. Owner relies on Madden, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
And obviously, Raiders is the least, no QB, no money, toughest division, which is true. Is there any other teams you see adding to this list?
As far as what?
Like, technically, the Cowboys don't need a head coach at the moment, but I think you said you think they will.
No, nobody in their right mind is going to the Cowboys as a head
No.
coach. No,
Um,
you have to be a yes man, someone that's gonna be a sucker.
People that still are calling for next job, which I think's dumb, absolutely
Where
ridiculous.
you find these people at that's saying these crazy
I
things?
don't
I
know. I
don't know. Where
honestly
you
don't
at,
know.
man?
They generally, what I'm hearing is, if Nick Sirianni doesn't win this playoff game, they need to sack him and hire and move and promote Kellen Moore up. And I'm just like, you just don't like Nick. You're ignoring the fact he's successful
Yeah.
and just hating the man. Like, people are still bringing up his week one interview. And it's like, come on, man. I was going to say another, like the Giants. The Giants haven't fired Brett Dable, and I'm shocked about that.
I think they'll keep David one more year.
Really?
I feel like they will. This team is just no freaking talent. That's not Dable's fault. That's the GM and owner fault, man.
But they're
So
keeping both, like the GM as well.
yeah, the GM's owner was his third year, so I mean, you gotta give him some time. I like
Isn't he
teams
also
that
like the owner's son?
give. No, he's not.
No, no, sorry, I was thinking about the GM's son. Sorry.
He's not no, but still, I like give these guys time, man. Give them time. I understand everybody wants to fire folks now. At least Jared Jones allows McCarthy to do his whole entire contract. I give him respect to that. You
Yeah,
know,
that is true.
you give a guy 1 year like the Patriots and Gerard Mayo. Damn, I mean, come on, can we
Mhm.
establish something first? I mean, you didn't give me anything to be happy about as far as the roster goes. Now, if he's just straight up an asshole, then that's
Yeah.
different. I don't know these guys' characters, but like if they're just straight up assholes, I'm like, okay, fine. Uh, so
Oh, people also think Shane Steichen from Indiana might lose his job as well from the Colts.
Indianapolis.
Yeah,
I thought
not Indiana,
college.
Indianapolis.
Like
Sorry.
Indiana, a head coach, the college coach. He just went to the playoffs. What the hell?
Sorry, yeah,
Oh,
the Colts. The
oh
Colts.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Another dysfunctional ownership, by the way.
Oh, he looks terrible. He struggled to get out of the stadium, didn't he?
No,
Jim
I'm
Irsay.
telling you, Jim Irsay and those guys. I don't want to. They like they. I don't know. They gamble too much to me. They go too many late nights, man. I like my owners going to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock, not being up 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't like that owner. He might gamble the team away, man. Damn. Uh, all right, y'all. Well, that's all our free agency talk. I mean, our coaching talk. We'll have a lot more about that next week too. We'll break all that down too, with more changes that we see.
Yeah,
Let's
it'll
talk
be
about
very
now
curious.
the final game of the year. Boy, those Cincinnati Bengals, man. Yo, they were the hottest team to end the season, no lie. And boy, I tell you what, if the Bengals had made the playoffs, nobody wanted to see them, including the Buffalo Bills at number 2, and
Nope.
including the Chiefs at number 1. Because think about it, Bills versus Bengals. Bengals win, Chiefs play the Bengals in the divisional round. Hell nah. We don't want that. Hell nah. Chiefs lose ugly to the Broncos, getting beat
Well,
down 38 to nothing. They put
yeah.
in the water boy, the towel boy, the equipment manager, the turf manager. They put everybody in to reassure the Bengals were not gonna go into the playoffs.
I even heard they went to Denver's sideline and put in their safety as their kicker.
I'll
That's
tell you. And the Broncos like appreciate it with that when the Broncos are now your 7th seed to take on the Buffalo Bills on Saturday. Bengals are officially eliminated. And I know they watched that first
heartbreaking.
quarter. They went from celebration that Saturday night to watching
Hmm.
that first quarter, and they're like, "What the fudge cake?" Yo, TJ, did the Chiefs lose on purpose to stay away from the Bengals? That's the biggest
It
question.
definitely feels like it because I know it was their backup, but Carson Wentz, he's had some rough years. He's better than what we saw.
Oh, way better, way better,
Way,
way better.
way better.
I mean, but when you're throwing the future postman, future
I know.
future
So
future
we had
cashiers.
Nico Joe, Peyton Hendershot, Samji Pirney,
Smart.
Justin Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Noah Gray. Like,
I'm not worried about that. Look at the old lineman. They probably switched the old lineman out.
I don't, obviously they don't have alignment on the stat sheet,
No, no, I'm just,
but it was
I'm
only
just saying.
4 sacks. It was only 4 sacks, 20 yards.
I guarantee you, right tackle, left tackle are gone. I guarantee
No, it's true.
they ain't start. Guarantee you that.
2 fumbles. How many interceptions did Carson throw? No
I don't think none,
interceptions.
none.
To put up 0 points, it's got to be an utter disaster. That was coached to lose.
Oh yeah, it wasn't coached to lose, but
It was play called.
it wasn't coached the way you want yourself to be coached to get yourself for a win,
Yeah, you're
right?
spot on there.
They knew exactly what they were doing,
Oh, here you go.
and guess what? I don't
Five
feel
first downs. They got 5 first downs. Sorry,
no, you
the
good.
whole game.
I don't feel sorry one bit for Cincinnati. You made your bed, laying it. Your defense killed you the first 10 games of the year, pretty much. They killed you, annihilated you. You lost so many one score games. I don't feel bad if the Chiefs want to win a Super Bowl. These are the kind of sacrifices you got to make to win a Super Bowl. Think about it, TJ. If you had your pick and God Himself came down and said, TJ, the Eagles will win the Super Bowl if you play the easiest schedule. But they'll lose it if you have to go the tough route. Which way you going?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm going the easy route. I don't give a
Yeah, of
damn.
course
I
you
don't
are.
care if I played a high school team 3 games in the playoffs. I'm winning it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I had to lose, I don't care if my brother was on the freaking Bengals team and I was on the Chiefs. I'm like, we losing. Sorry, bro. I don't want to see the Bengals. That is the only team, in my opinion, that pose
It's
a psychological threat.
yeah, it's the one team the Chiefs fear.
Yeah, yeah. A psychological threat is the Bengals. Even this year, when the Bengals weren't good, they still only lost by 2 points to the
Three?
Chiefs or something like that, or 3 points or 2 points.
Yeah,
Because they could have won the game right with a field goal. Am I not mistaken for that? But
yeah. I think it was just a field goal. You're right.
regardless, it's almost, dude. I don't feel bad for today. They lost so many heartbreakers. When you have the number one quarterback, let's be honest. If Joe Burrow wins 3 more games this year, he's your MVP. That's just facts.
Yeah, no, he is.
If they win double digit games, 10 or 11 games, Joe Burrow's your MVP.
Yeah, and
42 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. You have the number one receiver in catches and yards. Your number two receiver got you 900 yards receiving with 10 touchdowns.
Mhm.
And you still do not make the playoffs. I don't feel bad for you. The Chiefs
They even had the best sack leader. They had the sack
and
leader as
Trey
well.
Henderson was the sack leader. My thing is,
Yeah.
if you're the Chiefs, you have to do what you got to do to win, even if it means losing. If it means
Yeah.
losing to a divisional rival 38 to nothing, because let's be honest, if the Broncos somehow beat the Bills and face the Chiefs ain't worried about that. We got our big
No.
dogs in now. We're not worried about you beating us week 18 of the season. Hell no. We are looking at a the bigger picture. Who can derail that bigger picture? The Bengals. Ha ha! Jokes on you, Cincinnati. Let's get you out of here. 38 nothing. Go cry.
It really does suck for Cincinnati. I
It does.
really want to see them in it because once you're in the playoffs, it's a different ball game.
You're right. You're right. And the Bengals were the hottest team.
They were.
Not just a feared team. They were the hottest team. They won what 4 or last 5 games to get to that point. But my thing
Hmm.
is, you put yourself in a situation. I don't feel bad for you. I don't. I said it for my Saints the last 3 years after Breeze retired. I'm tired of being that team wanting and needing help week 18. We can get in if we win and blase, 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 blase. Oh, man. Don't nobody want to be in that situation every damn year. No. No. So, yeah, like the Bengals were in a situation. And once you realize, damn, we need Kansas City to beat the Broncos to get in because you knew the Dolphins. They were sorry. They sorry asses. You knew the Dolphins
They
were.
were gone.
Yeah, they're not.
They're
I
disastrous.
knew I picked the Jets to win that game, right? I believe. I
I
just
think we
kept.
both did.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, the Dolphins. I'm not worried about the Dolphins. They're gonna lose that game. Boom.
And now
So
you've got the drama of Tyreek Hill wanting out. That drama's
I
unfolding.
mean, blame himself. You had a
Yeah,
great situation in Kansas City, dog, and you didn't fight hard enough to be a part of that. Mind you, the 2 years he's been gone, Chiefs have won the Super Bowl both those years. So,
that is true. Yeah,
so,
that is
so,
true.
I mean, we don't need you, Tyreek Hill. Go find somebody else to have another baby in their city. Dude's got like 12 kids, man. If he
Yes, I
spend,
think wasn't there a stat that this year?
he had like
Oh
5 kids
no,
this year, I think.
no. What was the stat? Hold on, I've got to quickly find a stat. But so yeah, the Chiefs. It was just horrible to watch. Just seeing, I don't know. It felt off. If you know what I mean. The Chiefs just sucking. Well, purposely sucking.
I love it. I love it. The art, hey, the the art of war. The art of war. That's all it is. The art of war. There's y'all playing checkers, we playing chess.
It's true.
Cause
It
think
is
about
true.
it. I mean, if you were, let's just go with Philadelphia, right? If you had a chance to knock out Washington in that same situation, you're the number one seed, and Washington Commanders could have been the seventh seed, or or let's just pick a random ass team that's not in the playoffs right now, or the freaking Saints, right? Saints found a way to get to maybe a chance to get a 7 seed, but also Washington was there. If the Eagles lose to the Giants, it will knock off the Commanders, and they face the Saints. I guarantee the Eagles lose to the Giants.
Oh no, we absolutely. We remember
You know,
remember Dougie P's last year. It was against Washington, and it was the same situation. If we beat Washington, the Giants may get in, and we pulled Jalen Hurts. Obviously, we didn't know it was Jalen Hurts at the moment, and put
yeah.
Nate Sudfeld in, and we lost the game. Got a better draft pick, and we knocked out the Giants from getting to the playoffs, and got the found that. And we got Devontae Smith from it.
There you go.
So, I have a question for you, Carlos.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he must have just got it. How many touchdowns did Tyreek Hill have this year?
Oh my gosh, I want to say 2.
Two. He had 6 touchdowns.
Wow.
Do you know how many children was born this year?
From Tyreek Hill,
Tyreek Hill.
4.
5. He
God,
has one more touchdown than he has children this
that
year.
is crazy, man. He's gotta
He
stay away from women, bro.
he had all no offense. He had all of your kids in 1 year, essentially.
That is just diabolical working, man. Hey, man,
Man was a busy man.
find a new hobby and stop messing around with your wife. The wife knows he's doing all this. She don't care. I'm like, you better
Well,
care about something. Shoot.
remember what he said his retirement plan was after the NFL?
Oh, I remember this. He had said something about it was something dumb. What was it?
He wanted to star in adult
Oh,
movies.
yes. Yeah, something dumb. You're right
If
about
he
that.
does that, the industry will fail because everyone would just be having kids.
Should be having kids. Hey, before we get started, here's this plan B. Here's plan B because you're gonna need it, brother. Because apparently he loves racing. He never pulls out of races. So he's never gonna pull out of races, man. Yeah, he's a fast guy, you know. So
Maybe he's not good for the industry then.
no, he's
He's a
not.
fast
We got some
guy.
folks in the building, by the way. We got Willie Snyder that says, "Hey, fellas, it's finally hit the playoffs. What's up, Willie?"
Let's
What's up,
go.
WS? We got Card Craze with the Froggy. Says, Colts have already said that Steichen is back, as is Ballard. So head coach
Nah,
and
okay.
GM are back. Thank you, Card Craze. Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Ladybug says, "Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing okay. Please hit the like button and subscribe." LOL. Thank you. Ladybug is
Thank you, thank
all
you, thank you.
love. I appreciate that. All right, man. So the Chiefs lose on purpose. Do you think they lost on purpose? Let us know in the chat.
Oh,
I say yeah. I say they
absolutely.
the art of war, baby. The art of war.
Absolutely.
Yo, let's get into our what the fudge cake moment for week 18. Do you have one, TJ?
Yes. My what the fudge cake moment is the Aaron Rodgers Devontae Adams pass trick play.
Yeah, well, Adams got blown up.
Yeah, it was like we're going to a trick play. I'm gonna pass to Adams, make him look like he's going deep, then pass to Rodgers and him actually throw the ball. And when that failed, Rodgers just passed the ball back to Adams to be like, "You try," and he just gets slammed.
He got he got killed, man.
He got
God, dog.
absolute slam.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that
that's
was
mine.
funny. That was funny. Mine's I'm gonna go. So week 18 is all about incentives, right? For a
Yes.
lot of guys, there's a lot of guys that can get extra income for delivering on a promise from their contract. Hey, you need
Mm-hmm.
X amount of yards to get this amount of money. Let's go ahead
X
and
amount
do
of
it.
snacks to get
So for every good
250,000.
one, we talk about Mike Evans. He needed 85 yards to get
Mm-hmm.
his bonus for $3 million. That was awesome. But for every good one, there's a lot of bad ones that did not happen.
Oh,
101, your boy Jerry Jones, he loves his money. He ain't playing around with it. Cooper
it was
Rush had
yeah.
a chance to win an extra 500,000 because he would have played at least 55% of the snaps
That's right.
because of Dak Prescott's injury. And his contract said, hey, if Dak gets hurt and you play 55% of the snaps, you will get an extra 500,000 for a backup quarterback that doesn't make that much. That's a lot of money to get.
For him,
And
yeah, especially
and,
against
and,
the
and then
Cowboys.
and then old Jerry Jones says, hey, you know what? That thing I should have did like 8 weeks ago. Let's do it for week 18. They went ahead and started Trey Lance instead
Yeah,
to
that's it.
avoid the $500,000 incentive for Cooper Rush. I felt bad for the guy. You've been the starting quarterback now since Dak got injured, and we've all been saying, well, why not put in Lance and see what you got? See what you got. Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got. Jerry Jones says, I'll finally show you when I realize I'm about to lose some money. Yeah, and mind you, those incentives that comes extra from the owner. That's just
Hmm.
extra money from the owner, right? They give you kind of like these not ridiculous but very hard to get incentives, and sometimes they work, and a lot of times they do not work. And in this case, he's like, oh, he was 80 snaps away. He might not even got it, but they didn't want to risk it.
It's majorly disrespectful because if he gets the incentives, it does then go against the cap for the year. If
Yes,
they get it, it does go against the cap. It was the last game of the season. You're not like you're going to sign anyone amazing.
he should have
It
been started Trey
really,
Lance though. I'm sorry.
it should have started trading to lows. But if you're Cooper Cup, wouldn't you be like, I'm out of here? Like 500,000 to you is nothing. To me, it's a lot. And to me, it seems disrespectful.
It
It's
is.
straight up
It was,
just.
yeah, very disrespectful. It is. It is. I mean, Jerry Jones, $10.8 billion. I hate counting pockets, but when you're the owner of the Dallas Cowboys and you're always out there, I can count your pockets. $10.8 billion. He is worth right now $16 billion. 500K was not going to hurt that man one bit.
It's
Um,
less than one zero point
but
one
here's
percent.
my thing though: Dallas fans, like the real competent fans, and guys like myself who are competent football fans, you got Trey Lance, a fourth round pick last year.
Yeah.
Why not try and see what the guy's about? That didn't make any sense to me. I thought the minute Prescott got hurt, they should have went straight to Trey Lance. Let's see what we got with the guy.
It's Jerry Jones being weird because like he gave up a fourth round pick to Trey Lance. That was last year, right?
Right? It,
So he got
it,
that
it, it
first
was
shot.
it was the beginning of the offseason of last year.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay, cool.
Lance has played a full 2 years now as a Cowboy.
Lance played the full 2 years.
Full 2 years.
Surely he's your answer for Prescott then.
No.
Cheap contract. Even if you have to re-sign him, he's got to be cheap. And yet you paid Dax 60 million a
Yep.
year.
Yep.
Jerry Jones,
Oh
you
yeah.
need to retire. You need to give up control. He never will,
Never
but
will.
it's mind-boggling.
That's our what the fudge cake moment, right? That makes you go, what the fudge cake are you doing, bro? All right, let's get on to our week one or the wild card weekend. How about
Wild
that?
card,
Wild
baby.
card weekend. We have 6 games in the making. Let's break them on down. Los Angeles Chargers versus the Houston Texans. The Chargers played their starters because guess what? They wanted this matchup. They didn't want to
Yep.
risk playing Buffalo. You don't want to risk playing Baltimore. Because if they lost this matchup, they would be playing against Baltimore, and the Steelers would have
Hmm.
went to Houston. The weak link right now of the AFC, beside the Broncos, are the Texans. That's the weak link of the playoffs in the AFC is Houston, and the Chargers played their starters for a reason. So just as obvious as the Chargers playing their starters, same thing with the Chiefs not playing their starters. Obvious
Yeah.
reasons. Chargers
Yeah.
want to play the Texans. We want to play
Well,
Houston.
yeah, you're spot on. And it happened in the NFC as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But it's not crazy when it happens. It's not. It's obvious why these guys are doing that.
Yeah.
So they did that. Chargers versus Texans. TJ, who you got in this game, man?
I'm going to go with
Houston.
the LA Chargers.
Yes, sir.
I think Houston has been sputtering recently. CJ Stroud hasn't looked the best. They're a bit more injured. And the Chargers, they've got a coach who's done it before. They know how to do it. And it's going to be ground and pound, baby. And I think the Chargers are going to win.
My brother, I will take your Chargers and I'll raise you Houston Texans. I'm going Texans. I'm
Ooh.
going Texans because they're still at home. They're at home.
True.
They're at
True.
home. If this team was on the road anywhere else, they're losing. Against any other team at home, they're probably losing. I like this matchup because the Chargers don't really pose a major threat on the offense besides your quarterback. Lad McConkey's
True.
having a special season with another rookie doing his thing. We'll talk about the rookies next week. Uh, but I saw Lad McConkey. Johnson has not been good at all this year. Every time I turn around and watch this guy, he's dropping balls left and right.
It,
Right?
it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness Herbert is a top five quarterback, and he's so he knows how to manage his team. I like the Chargers team. I don't really love them. I don't like the Texans team right now as they stand, but I love them in this matchup. They're at home, one game to advance to the divisional round. Give me Houston to win this game. Close game though. Tooth and nail, they're gonna fight. I got Houston winning. I'm gonna say game winning field goal. Kyrie Fairbairn sends Houston to the divisional round.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can. Hey, it's playoffs. Anything can happen. I get it. I do see what you're saying. I don't know. I just Houston this year hasn't
Oh no,
bring
no,
me a
you're
lot.
you're you're correct. And obviously, I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers win this game and win this game easily. But still, yeah, you're right though. But give me one game at home. That Pride Saturday
Mm.
afternoon. We'll see.
How also I imagine the Houston's are still annoyed that they had to play Tennessee whilst Tennessee is wearing the Houston Oilers uniform.
That's still one of the funniest moments ever.
It
Uh,
is that's so dumb, right?
well, my thing is, nobody's the Oilers anymore. So I'm like, whatever, it don't matter, because
It's not your team.
who was it? Was Houston wearing it, right?
No,
Or
no,
I
it
mean,
was
it was Tennessee wearing it, right?
Tennessee.
Yeah. My thing is, Tennessee used to be called the Oilers, and
Yeah,
Houston's called Houston. So
but
is it a Texans' fault that the Texans didn't uh, 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 try to claim those rights from Tennessee like early on, or
no,
I don't know. Because right now, honestly, the lineage, right, like the OK City Thunder for the NBA, their lineage is the Seattle SuperSonics. So every
really.
every record that they break was a Seattle Sonic record. So if they broke their franchise record, that's between OK City and Seattle. Same thing with that same thing with Tennessee Titans and the Houston Oilers. They all share the same, but the Texans don't share that same lineage with the Oilers.
No,
So yeah, it is weird
but
though. It's weird. It's
it's
weird.
like the Baltimore Ravens
Don't share
playing.
anything. I mean, no, the Ravens. It's funny because I think the Ravens like denounced their way from Cleveland.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
like, we're the same team. Like it was every player who was a Cleveland Brown one year became a Baltimore Raven the
right.
next
The
year.
next year, yep. But
So
they said we don't want any of the records when the new Browns team came back in 2002. Well, boom. Now they kept that same Brown lineage, and the Ravens have their own lineage now.
it's so weird, but yeah, if you follow the Houston logic, it's like the Baltimore Ravens playing throwback uniforms but wearing Cleveland Brown colors
Right, against
against Cleveland Brown.
Cleveland Browns. Yeah, ugh, yeah. But yeah, the Ravens said we have nothing to do with Cleveland anymore. We're done. So
Don't blame them. It is
yeah,
Cleveland.
I don't blame them one bit. Now Cleveland was a powerhouse in the '60s and the '50s, so I get
Did
that.
you hear about the news about Deshaun Watson?
I heard setback, right? Setback with his
Major
injury.
setback in his
Hey,
injury. Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's done. Yeah, I mean, I love the guy, man, but yeah, he's done. Willie
He's done.
says, "Take the lone wolf, Carlos." Arrgh! Yeah, I am picking the Texans to be the Chargers. I'm taking that lone wolf all day. I would definitely do that. So yeah, I'm going Houston. You're going Los Angeles. Should be a good game. The first game of the day. Matter. Hey, quick fun fact:
Ooh,
the Texans have only played, I believe, 7 or 8 playoff games in their career. Um,
yeah, that makes sense.
do you know they played all their games so far same day, same time? Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Really?
Every game they played so far
In the playoffs?
in the playoffs. I did not believe it until I saw it. I was like, yo, that's facts. That is true.
Surely not.
Every game they played so far in their career has been on a Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wow.
Every playoff game. I said, whoa, these guys just cannot make it to the divisional round. I mean, make it to a conference championship because conference championship you're going to be playing on a Sunday.
Yeah,
So yeah, they played every game so far. That they've been that Saturday team, the same time frame.
that's quite
Even
funny. That's
because
very funny.
wild card and divisional round are both
It's
played
played on Saturday,
Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah, so they never made it to the conference yet. Every
They've
game
never made it
Saturday at
that
3:30.
far.
So that's funny. I just thought it was a fun fact. That was cool.
No, that is absolutely hilarious.
Our next game is going to be the night game on Saturday night. Pittsburgh
Ooh.
Steelers, the free falling Steelers, taking on their arch rivals,
Oh,
the Baltimore
talk about
Ravens.
sucking.
Both teams won a game against each other this past year, but the Ravens
Mm-hmm.
ended the season very, very, very hot. Steelers ended up very, very, very cold. Ravens are at home. Who you got in this game, TJ?
It's your turn.
Oh,
It's your turn.
I'm going Baltimore. As
Yeah,
much as I would love to go for the underdog in this game in Pittsburgh, I don't see it happening. I see Baltimore win this game. I wouldn't say easily because nothing's ever easy. It's the playoffs now, and I think if there's one guy who's going to try and give it their all is Mike Tomlin, and I have faith in Mike Tomlin to make this game competitive. But then again, I've seen the Steelers over the last 4 or 5 years, or since Rosberg's been gone, they have gone into the playoffs in the first round and getting annihilated. So give me the Ravens to win this one. Give me Lamar Jackson, or I lied. Give me Derrick Henry. Give me Derrick
give me
Henry.
Derrick
Give
Henry.
me Derrick Henry. That's all I'm going to say. Give me Ravens.
Um, do you know what's happened with Zay Flowers? I haven't heard anything.
Zay Flowers, that's not a good thing if you haven't heard anything. I was just about to say we won't hear anything until I believe tomorrow, which is the report. Injury report is on Wednesday,
Yeah,
and it sucked the fact that got hurt the last game of the year against the Browns, and they're gonna beat down anyways. But
yeah.
as football though, it's just how the cookie crumbles, and you can't blame anyone for saying, "Oh, he shouldn't be playing that game." No, stop that. I want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. No, it was the early in the game,
Because they
first
still
first
needed
and
to
second quarter.
win, didn't they?
Need to win just to secure the division. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
they
but
needed to
he got
play.
he got hurt early in the game. So yeah.
Um, I've got Baltimore as well. Pittsburgh. They they do this. They get to the playoffs and they get bounced in the first round. It's not like they've got a full head of steam running into the playoffs. They're barely limping. Pickens have looked terrible. So many drops. Russell Wilson has looked okay. Um, but yeah, people are worried. Uh, Again, this is all news. This is GM football. No, Good Morning Football, I think, said this. Do the Steelers try and trade Tomlin after another early payout exit?
Hey, good luck, because I mean, just like Sean Payton, he'll be picked up in a heartbeat.
No, yeah, absolutely. You can get
In
that's
a
definitely a first round
heartbeat.
pick.
In a heartbeat. My time, but people are talking like they don't know the Rooney family. Why do you think Mike Tomlin's been there this damn long? The only reason why they got rid of Bill Cowher is because Cowher retired. And Cowher
Hmm.
had only won one Super Bowl.
Yeah, no,
He
you're
only
spot
won
on.
one in about what a 16-year career, whatever. He only won one Super Bowl, but he got to go out there and retire. The Rooney family understands. Yes, we're not so gun ho about winning championships. We would love to win a Super Bowl. We're not trying to not win one. You know what I'm
We're not
saying?
trying.
Let,
Are you sure
yeah,
about
let's not get that misconstrued. But we're not all about is Super Bowl or bust. Because mind you, this is still a game that we play. We're just happy that we're still a dominant franchise that can make it to the playoffs every year or every other year. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. I don't like these young franchises that are comfortable making the playoffs once every 3 years, right? Or who are just happy to be relevant. No, the Steelers are a major franchise and they play really good football in a bad weather conference and they perform every year. Mike Tomlin has not had a losing season ever,
No, he hasn't.
ever. And you're gonna knock him down and get who? Who?
Precisely.
Huh, PJ?
This is.
Who? Who?
But here's the thing.
Who?
The argument they were saying is, what if someone is better out there? And this is again the same argument people say about Nick Sirianni. What if there's a coach out there that can maximize his talent? But that's an if. What
Right.
if
Then
you can end
you
up
let the
with a Bill
Steelers
Belichick?
organization find that out on their
Yeah,
own, right?
yeah,
They're not going to just trade Tomlin like for a first run for some picks. No, you better have that person in mind that you want. And Mike
yeah.
Tomlin, in my opinion, he's that guy to keep. I mean, it is not his fault. You haven't given him talent since Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown days.
Mhm.
I mean, that's more GM and ownership. I mean, just find better talent out there.
It is bad, and it's people saying NFL's not too long and what if, but you can end up, yeah, if you get rid of Tomlin, trade him, get a first round pick, you might end up with the next Andy Reid, but you could also end up with the next Adam Gates.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
So nothing is for sure. It's crazy. Some people want him gone. They want to change because,
I mean,
yeah,
and
okay,
like,
you slip across the line to get to the playoffs, but you
yeah,
never go far into the playoffs. And I see their argument, but I also think it's a dumb argument.
it's sad because after the Steelers probably lose this game, it's gonna be that talk, right? It's
It's
gonna
going
be
to be a lot
talk
of that talk.
from media. I think the Rooney family, they're I love the Rooney family, bro, because one, they're a known family that doesn't talk a lot,
No,
right? We know
quite
about
quiet.
Jerry Jones and his people. We know about Woody Allen and the Jets. We know about O'Mara and the Giants. Those big time families that have ownership. They talk all the time. And like, yo, shut the hell up sometimes, bro. Like, please, especially Jerry, please shut the hell up. The Rooney
Jerry's
family,
bad.
a very powerful family, you don't hear from them. I like that. They're a strong Christian foundation, and they're the ones that put the Rooney Rule in effect. Even when they didn't have a black or African American head coach or a Hispanic head coach, they're the ones that put that rule in effect. You have to get everyone of every color to interview before you make your decision. And
Yeah,
that was them, and they had that when they had a white head coach. So they're not going to just fire or
yeah.
trade Tomlin for nothing. No, that's going to be Tomlin's decision, in my opinion. And if they do, I'm pretty sure it's a great conversation they will have. This isn't where Belichick lost Tom Brady and they just went on a free fall and he got fired. No, this dude lost Ben Roethlisberger, lost Antonio Brown, lost Le'Veon Bell, and he still has had a above 500 season every year with limited talent.
Has he also had to deal with the most diva wide receivers recently? Because he
Oh,
went from AB
to Pickens
to
now, yeah,
Juju
yeah.
to Chase.
And Juju wasn't a
Uh,
diva. Juju was just weird. Juju's a gamer.
well, he wasn't a bit weird. He did do weird dancing on the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
logos,
yeah, yeah. But he didn't have
posting.
that. Wasn't He's just a weird quality. AB was crazy. Pickens is diva.
No, that's fair. Pickens is a major diva.
He's a diva
Um,
and doesn't deserve all them drops he's had so far. He's had a lot of drops the last 4 or 5 weeks, man. Like,
it's
dude,
not been
like,
good.
hey, just shut up and catch the ball, bro. Please.
Shut up and
Stop all that trying to be a big tough
shut up.
guy, be a gangster on the field, man. Just do your job, man. Do your job. Shut up, bro. Jesus. All right, we're both going with Baltimore to win this game.
Yeah,
Uh,
we are.
First game on Sunday. We have a triple header on Sunday. Broncos versus Bills. Uh, we have the Broncos getting in thanks to the Chiefs, losing on purpose, and the Bills are thankful for the Chiefs because, or the Bills should thank themselves, or the Broncos should thank the Bills as well, because if the Bills had lost to the Chiefs would be undefeated and probably play against Denver to keep the undefeated streak
Yes.
going on, and then knock Denver out and maybe allow Cincinnati in there. Maybe, or maybe they hate Cincinnati so much they're like, we don't care about the undefeated streak at all. I don't know, but anyways, the Broncos get in. Bills, they had that division clinched since PJ was 2 years old, I believe, right? Good God Almighty, and now they're division champions. They're number two seed in the AFC.
Yeah.
Broncos, are they just young enough, just crazy enough to put up an upset against Buffalo?
No. And it feels like this team, they're just happy to be here. I think their Super Bowl was getting in, and now they've got to take on a very scary team, which rested all of their starters to the Patriots. Laughed at the Patriots after they lost the number one overall pick, and is just ready to go on a run. And the Buffalo Bills are pretty healthy. They're going to be rejuvenated. The Broncos have to obviously. Okay, fair enough. Last week was pretty much a bye for them. But nah, I'm sorry, I don't see the Broncos surviving this. It's gonna,
Yo,
you know.
I see the Bills winning. I'm going Bills too. But
Oh,
this
okay,
this is gonna be a dogfight. I'm telling you, the Broncos are gonna.
really?
Oh yeah, I got it. The Broncos are gonna give the Bills a dogfight, and I almost went the Broncos victory outright.
Oh,
I'm telling you right now, this Broncos team, I love what they're doing, man. They are going to make this a tough game for Buffalo. That defense that Denver possesses, awesome. Albeit this has been the most proficient season for Josh Allen, but when you look at the major stats, it's not crazy big time stats from Josh Allen for the whole entire year because of the limited weapons he has. Now we talk about a one game, one and done scenario. One and done scenario. I like the Broncos making it close, giving the Bills because they're just a little bit more talented. But I see Bo Nix as long as he does not turn the ball over, and he hasn't shown that much. I think one game he had like a three turnover game this year. Outside of that, hasn't turned the ball over much this year. Bills win,
mm,
but Bills win by. I'm gonna say Bills win by four. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
wow,
I'm,
that
I'm
close.
gonna go, man. Give me Buffalo 24, Denver 20.
Wow. Okay, okay, that would be an interesting game. I don't. Fair, fair, fair. That
I
close.
like this. I like this Broncos team coming in there. Sean Payton as the head coach, man. He's gonna get these guys ready. Um, and the Bills, talent wise, they don't really have. I mean, outside their quarterback is the
I've
most
got an
talented.
interesting question for you.
Yes, sir.
If the Bills do lose this game, do you think that it's not because of the players, but Sean Payton out coaching Dermot?
It most likely because of Sean Payton, not Coach McDermott. Most likely, yeah. How that goes, and I think Sean Payton is already the better coach, obviously. Um, but
Dermot might lose his job if he loses this game
Ooh,
because he's
that
already on the hot
it
seat.
would be a lot of talk going on. We got Andrew says, "Yo, what's happening, Carlos and PJ? What's up, Andrew?
Hello,
Drewski,
hello.
Car Crazy. I think the Broncos Bills will be a close game.
Fair,
Willie
fair.
said the game will be decided if Broncos can contain Allen, which is obviously yes, a big, of course, yes. But I think if the Broncos don't turn the ball over. That's all I'm saying. If they turn the ball over, that because the Bills do create a lot of turnovers. If the Broncos cannot turn that ball over, I think their defense is just good enough to keep Allen at bay a little bit. Now, but I still see the Bills win this game, but very close, very close.
Fair, fair, fair. No, fair enough. I feel like the Bills are on the next level.
Gotcha.
Let's
All right,
see.
we have our mid game now for Sunday. The Green Bay Packers taking on TJ's Philadelphia Eagles, and y'all hold up right here. This is our TJ's Eagles talk. All right, TJ, we have our Eagles talk. Bro, Packers.
Played
This was the first game of the year, matter of fact, for both these
Yep.
teams. They
On
played
a
on that
different
Friday.
continent.
Yep, they played in Brazil. Brazil with all the big booty women out there. Yes,
Do
Lord.
you like what was it? A BBL?
No, no, no. I
No.
don't want the Brazilian butt lifts. I don't.
Brazilian butt lifts.
A girl that will allow a doctor to crack open her ass and put stuff in it, I don't. That girl has issues. I've always said that. Ladies, if you got a BBL, you got issues. You got issues. You got issues. You allow that man to put you to sleep and crack open your ass and put some stuff in it. Oh, I'm good. I don't want that girl at all. She has some issues. What's a BBL? It's a Brazilian butt lift. It lifts your booty up. A lot of people like that. If you,
Did
ladies,
you
if you let that happen, you got some issues. It's called working out. Work out them glutes, girl. Work them out.
did you see the clip of Travis Kelsey? He's hosting some sort of game show, and he asked the contestant, "What would you do with the money?" And she went, "Oh, I'm gonna get that BBL." And he could just seem like, "What? What?" And he had to ask the girl, "It's like, what's a BBL?" It's like, "Oh, Brazilian butt lift." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Who
Realization.
asked? Who's asking the questions?
Travis Kelsey
Travis. He know what a BBL. He know what a BBL is. He
didn't
ain't
know
crazy.
what a BBL was.
Oh, he ain't dumb. He knew what a BBL was. Yeah, he know all the jokes he hear about Taylor Swift, who needs some kind of butt lift. Yeah, he heard. He's heard all kind of stories about her little flat booty. So, but no, uh, Packers versus Eagles, man.
Microsoft Eagles.
Well, it's my pick first. I'm gonna go. I'll let you have the floor,
Yeah,
man.
go for it. No,
I'm
go for
I'm
it. Go
I'm
for it.
going Eagles. Eagles should win this game against Green Bay. I like this Eagles team. If they come in focused on being the better team and limit their mistakes that they make, I think just a simple ground and pound and with Saquon Barkley should do the job. This Packers team, I like them. I love them. This was my Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not Super Bowl. They were Super pick last year. They're my pick to make it to the conference championship this year against Detroit. But now I'm gonna go the Eagles, man. I think Saquon Barkley's the difference. If Nick Sirianni runs the ball, don't worry about trying to get Jalen Hurts the keys to the city. And no. You got the key to the city. It's Saquon. Run that ball.
Yeah.
I think they will. That defense is gonna be coming at Jordan Love all freaking day. If he does play,
He
he's got a little
still might
injury.
be injured.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not worried about that. Give me the Eagles to win this one.
No, I agree. Obviously, seeing what happened to the Packers and the Ravens just proves that Nick Sirianni made the right choice of sitting Saquon. We won the game anyway. Our backups are apparently better than the Giants starters.
Yes.
Card craze. I was today years old when I found out what a BBL is. I thought it meant be back later.
You get your big back later.
Yeah, just messaging someone BBL. They're like, what?
Come again?
Yeah, so our backups won. We're relatively healthy. I know people are making a big deal that Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol, but the last phase of the concussion protocol.
He playing. He playing.
Yeah, I know.
He's playing.
Yeah, the last phase, the concussion protocol, is having a full day's practice and then the next day not showing any symptoms. That's the last phase, whatever. Well, we didn't practice at all last week. Everyone was on rest. So how could he practice and get out of the concussion protocol if the Eagles themselves didn't practice? So, yeah, no, he'll be fine. He'll be back. Yeah, run the ball. Don't do anything dumb. And these are two different teams early from League One.
Yes.
Our defense was young. Our defense was inexperienced. We're now the number one defense in the league. We didn't really run the ball well in week one, and we let up a lot of points. The Packers are also the same. They started to run the ball very well. Josh Jacobs is having a great year. It sucks about Watson. He's out with an ACL.
Yes.
It is all dependent on Jordan Love. Can he grip that ball? Because apparently he struggled for 3 weeks just gripping things. And even Malik Willis, he had an injury in that game. So the Eagles should win this. I think we will win this. And if we win it, Nick Sirianni keeps his job because he's won a playoff game.
Yay.
Forget the fact that we're 14-2, tied the record franchise record for the most wins in a season.
15-2.
Forget that and all that. 14-3. Sorry, 14-3.
Yeah, 43. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, forget all of that. Forget the fact that every time we do something well, he doesn't get praise. It's only when he does dumb stuff. Nah. Yes. I don't get people. I really don't get people.
I
Because if
never
you get
will.
rid of Nick, you're going to lose Kellen. You're going to use Vic Fangio, who's got this defense humming. It's, yeah, stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, that's our TJ's Eagles talk fly. Eagles fly right after this. All right, and our last game on Sunday to do our triple header is going to be the Commanders versus Buccaneers. This is also, I believe, a Week 1 matchup. Uh, Commanders,
Really?
yeah, this is Jaden Daniels' first game ever was played at Tampa Bay against the
Wow.
Buccaneers.
Who
Uh,
won that game?
and now he has matured out of this world. He will be your offensive rookie of the year without a shot of a doubt. But
Damn, you're right.
the Buccaneers also are a team that's kind of trending up as well. This is going to be a
Mm-hmm.
very intriguing game. This one, so when I said earlier, when the Buccaneers got the raw end of the deal, right? They
Mm-hmm.
won, but the Rams wound up losing. The Rams went from 3-4, and the Bucks went 4-3. That makes a big difference
Does.
because of your playing. Now, if you're the your Bucks, you're playing against a Commanders team, but man, I'm telling you right now, I'm loving what I see from Washington, but also the Buccaneers too. I'll let you go first. Who you got in this game, TJ?
I'm going to go Tampa Bay. Uh, Tampa Bay showing they can roll with the big boys. They beat the Lions. They beat the Eagles. I think they're coming in very hot, especially after getting Mike Evans that record. You could sell it, brought the team together, and I like Baker Mayfield. I think that defense is going to make the Commanders' life. Um, yeah, I think they're going to make their lives a bit of a problem, but yeah, I really think the Buccaneers are going to cause Jalen Daniels some issues, and they're going to win the game. I know there's a lot of people rooting for the Commanders because of Jalen Daniels and all that, but I just see the Buccaneers walking through. It's going to be a close game. It will be, but I just see the Buccaneers winning.
Yeah, give me a Tampa Bay as well. I'm going Buccaneers also. Oh
Wow,
yeah, don't let just because I hyped the Commanders, don't mean I'm gonna go for
that
them.
shocked me.
No,
I honestly thought you were going to go Commanders.
no, go Tampa Bay. I think the Buccaneers win this game too. I wouldn't say rather easily, but pretty comfortable. Look, I tell you what, both teams, in my opinion, are gonna score a lot of points though.
Oh yeah, it's
I
going to
think
be
it's
a
gonna be
lot
a
of
high
points.
scoring game. I think both teams easily score mid 20s in this game, or higher. But the Bucks at home should win this game. Look, they've been there, done that. Conference champion 4 years in a row, man. They've. It feels like every year they win at least one playoff game. It feels like it. You know, but when you had that home game, outside of them losing, I think a couple years ago at home, I forgot. But when you have that home game, it really speaks volumes and for this team. The Buccaneers take care of business against Jaden Daniels, although it won't shock me if the Commanders win. But the Buccaneers, when their offense is clicking with Bucky Irvin at the running back position and Rashawn White as your number two running back, those guys right there have been dynamic as a 1-2 punch.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, Baker Mayfield, even though he lost Chris Godwin, I mean Mike Evans is that dude. He's finding these guys in Shepard and Baker May. If you see his stats, this dude has been killing it this year. And he knows how to get away from trouble, and he is just sneaky enough to bust a 25-yard run. I mean, give me Tampa Bay to win at home. If this game is in Washington, I go Commanders. But this game is at Tampa Bay. Give me the Buccaneers to win this game and live and fight another day. So I'm going Tampa Bay as well.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. It is. It is going to be a fun. I think this is going to be a very fun game to watch.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm trying to figure out which game I'm actually going to call.
That's what I was literally just now. I'm like,
I
Right
don't know.
out of the Sunday
It's
games.
6 games. I ain't gonna call all six. I know that I'm probably gonna call probably one on Saturday, one on Sunday, and only one on Monday. So I'm trying to figure out which game on Sunday I want to call. I don't know yet. And
I think
I'm probably gonna go Commanders and Bucks, or no, I'm probably gonna go Packers and Eagles. Honestly,
really.
yeah, I'll go Packers and Eagles, man. I mean, I wouldn't dare ask you to come on the channel with me because I'm not gonna do that to you. Because as an Eagles fan, I won't do that to
No,
you.
I'm happy to do that. I'm like, you just might see me cry. I'm happy to if you want me to. I've got no plans that day. What do you think would be more entertaining? Chargers to Texans, or Steelers and Ravens? It's got to be the Chargers to Texans, right?
I'm probably going because I want to actually watch as a fan Steelers and
Yeah.
Ravens. Sit back, get my drink on, and watch it
Oh, so yeah,
Saturday night.
Chargers
Yeah,
to
so I'm
Texans.
probably gonna do Chargers and Texans. That's my belief system right now. Chargers and Texans on Saturday. I'm probably gonna call Packers and Eagles on Sunday, and then for sure Monday night, which is our next game. We're gonna break down right here, you guys.
Yes.
The Vikings, with that Week 18 loss to the Lions, not only stopped them from winning the number one seed and having a bye week, but now they got to go on the road as a 14-win team to take on the 10-win Rams, I believe. Is it 10? 10 wins, yeah.
10-7,
10
yeah.
and 7 Rams, man. And it's going to be in Los Angeles. Should be a good one. I'll let you go first, right? Are you going first?
It's
No,
your turn.
no, it's my turn. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going Los Angeles. I'm going Rams. I'm going Rams, y'all. Give me the veteran quarterback and Matthew Stafford.
No.
Yes, I am. I'm
No, you
going.
can't do that.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't.
doing that.
Well, yes, we had something in common then. Look, the Vikings window was that game, and we all thought, man, if they can get that number one seed, they have a legit chance now. But with them going down to the 5 seed and taking on a Rams team, I like this Rams team. I
I
like
agree with
Stafford,
that.
and that's the only reason why I'm picking them is because of this offense that they have not been explosive all year. They have not
No.
been. They're not, but they've still been winning games because of the running game. Kyron Williams has been amazing this year. Outside of his fumbles, he's had a really good season. Stafford, being that veteran quarterback, he's going to know this Brian Flores defense, and he's not going to make that big timely turnover like other QBs would do, younger QBs. I like the Rams to push it with Cooper Cup and to push it with Nakua. And I feel like the Rams will win this game, but a close one. It will be close, though. I'm not even going to be as. I think the Rams win a low scoring game. Give me Rams 20, Minnesota 17.
So, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Did you know that the Rams and the Vikings have met in the regular season?
They did?
Yep. Do you want to know the result of that?
Vikings probably smashed them.
The Vikings lost
Oh, Lord. Hold on. Wait.
30-20.
Wow, you're right. They played on some kind of weird. Was it Thursday night football? It was Thursday night, right? Or was it Saturday night or some Thursday night football? I believe it was.
I
Rams and
do not
Vikings.
know. It was the 25th of October, 1:15 a.m. for me. So that's definitely like a, a weird sort of game. It will be a prime time or
I
when
think I think it was
Thursday
I
night.
think it
Yeah.
was Thursday night game. I think, and we're at 18 likes by the way. Y'all think I'm smashing that like button?
Oh,
I
thank you very
appreciate
much.
that.
So what did I say? It was the 25th of October.
October 25th,
That'll
2024.
be a Thursday night game. You are spot on.
Yeah, I remember watching that. Yep, Thursday night. Yep, I remember it was a Thursday. You're right about that. Yes, I like this Rams team though.
I do. Puka no. I think Puka wasn't even playing in that
That
game.
was the
It was.
bad no call. Dark strikers in the building, by the way. So honestly, do Broncos versus Bills. Probably not doing Broncos versus Bills. That's too early in the morning. I got kids. I got kids running around, acting crazy in the morning. I'd rather get them kind of calmed down on a Sunday afternoon, so I can call that Packers Vikings. Packers Eagles game. He said bad no call to help the Rams. Not gonna lie. That was the end zone. No, it was the face mask on Sam Darnold that wasn't called right in the end zone.
I
I think that's what it
I don't
was.
remember
Yeah,
what he was
it
saying.
was something like that. It was something on Sam Darnold. He got the face mask, no call or something, and he threw I think that last interception I believe, but he had a face mask that was obvious, and nobody caught it, or maybe a horse collar or something. I forgot. But it was something with Sam
Oh,
Darnold. What was it,
so
Dark?
sorry.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. So this was sorry the first game with both Puka and Nakua back from injury, and
Okay.
Stafford threw 4 touchdown passes in the game.
Okay.
So
Oh, that
um,
was my first yay game with Stafford as my quarterback in fantasy. I was like, yay! He got it. I think he got like 28 points that game. I was like, yay! Okay, I finally thank you, Stafford, because you've been sucking all year.
he
Uh,
was.
he was only that was only my second start with Stafford the whole entire fantasy, but that first start was god off, and I was like, I don't know, man. So I tried to make it as Minnesota. I was like, because I was like, it was Thursday, the first game of the week. I'm like, I don't know if I should start Stafford because I don't want to start off with a dud. I say, you know what? Let me start Stafford anyways. Go ahead, and he got me 28 points, I believe.
4 touchdowns. Yeah, he'll be
And,
laughing.
and I was like, I would have been mad if I didn't start him then. Oh Lord, yeah. Samuel says next month soon, the Super Bowl, February. Yes,
It
sir. Peter said, what's up, S Dub? What's up, Dark
He is just
Striker?
started, Samuel. Don't wish away a month already.
Yeah, man, we just started, man. Give us time to breathe, man. All right, so we're both going Los Angeles, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm very
Question,
shocked about that.
question. If the Lions were in this part, who would you go with if it's Lions versus Rams?
I'd go Lions.
I go Lions too. Yep.
I think the Lions can outscore
I would go
the
Lions too. It
Rams.
would be like crazy, right? The Lions beat Stafford back-to-back years, get them out the playoffs.
Oh, that would be
That would have
funny.
been crazy, but this one is in Los Angeles, so it's been a little different maybe. But that's it,
So,
man.
who would if we go with our wins? Tampa Bay beats Washington. Tampa Bay got the 4th seed, didn't it?
No, Tampa's the third seed.
Oh, so it'd be Tampa Bay going to Philly and the
Yeah,
Rams
so
going
if
to
the Bucks
Detroit.
if the Bucks win, they're going to either Philadelphia or they'll be hosting a game against the lower seeded team.
Yeah, so I'm going with who we've got to win. The
Yeah,
only game
okay.
we got different was the first one, Chargers versus Houston. Everything else we agreed on. So if Tampa Bay wins against Washington,
It'll be
Rams win against Minnesota, obviously Philly wins against Green Bay. The Rams will
Rams
be
at
Detroit.
Detroit again. Part two.
Yeah,
Rams
and
at
obviously Tampa
Lions, and then
Bay.
yep, Tampa Bay against Philadelphia, your nemesis.
Oh, yeah, our nemesis indeed.
And then on the AFC side, right now
we would
we would have
have,
Ravens at Bills. Ooh, that'd be a good
yeah,
one. And
that'd be
then
really,
you would have Chargers at Chiefs. I would have Texas at Chiefs.
yes.
Yeah, so that's crazy, man. Hey, all right, y'all. So our closing messages. If you guys
I,
got
uh,
a question,
I
time to
do.
wrap up.
How did your fantasy go? Oh no, what
I saw I
happened?
lost in the semifinals. Oh, because I started Matt Stafford and he only got me 6 points against the Jets, I believe. And
Oh
I would have won if I would have
no.
started Geno Smith. Geno Smith racked up, I believe, 24 points in that game, and that would have been enough to beat my opponent. I lost. Yep, it
Oh,
just how. Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry, man.
Stafford had me happy, then he had me sad. Yeah, it is what it is though, because I would have got my ass whooped in the next round anyways. I would have got if I would have won a semifinal, I would have got my ass in the championship game regardless. Because no matter who I played, I would have got murdered anyways. Because the guy
Oh
that
really?
actually won, shout out to Jose. Jose is our champion. Do you know now? This is season 8 of my league, right? I'm the commissioner.
Yes, yes.
We've had now 8 different champions.
No one's double repeat.
No one's repeated. Only one guy he has 1.5. And the reason why he has 1.5 because remember that Hamlin game. Remember
Oh, Damar Hamlin. Yeah,
Hamlin, and he had caught that heart attack or whatever, and that was
he
during
caught that heart attack. Sorry.
that was for the God forgive me. That was for the championship game. That was the that was the Monday Night Football for the
Yeah.
week 17, and whoever won that match because both guys had guys playing. One guy had T Higgins, and one guy had Josh Allen in it. And at the moment, the guy that had Josh Allen was winning, but the guy that had T Higgins was the number one overall guy.
Got
So
ya.
they decided to split it. because we thought the game was going to be played like the next day or something, and it
But it
never
never
happened.
was.
So they decided. I said, hey, y'all can go week 18, but you know how guys don't play in week 18, and you can
Hmm.
go that route if you want to, or you can split it. And they're like, we want to split, so they split. So one of those guys, one of those guys had won in prior year, but he was probably in hindsight, he was going to lose in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was like, yeah, 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 that's fine, let's split it.
Let's
And
split
the
it. We'll
other
split it. We'll
guy
split it.
was like, yeah, let's split, we're cool. So they split it. So he's like your 1.5 champion, but he might have been just a one-time champion because honestly he was not going to win because my guy had Josh Allen. Josh Allen was going to go crazy in that
Oh,
game,
yeah.
and
Yeah, he was.
T Higgins was like he the game that started, he didn't have that many yards to start off with, and Josh Allen was going to creep up and eventually win that game. But they both decided to split. So yeah, none. So we had 12 guys now. I've had a total of like 14 guys. Two guys had to leave for different reasons, but I had a 12. So we had a 12 guys altogether. For per every year we have 12 guys,
Yeah.
and only 8 have won so far. So we have 4 guys that haven't won it at all yet. So
You got to look yourself in the mirror and really take a hard
So
think.
now I'm like, yo, but every year I say one of us got to repeat. One of us got to repeat, right? You
Eventually,
would think
right?
so, right? Out of 12
Eight,
people, 14
eight
overall,
years.
8 years, a different champion every year.
What you should know is rename the league the NFC East because that's essentially what's happening.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. Nobody wants to go back to back, huh? Or at least two. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, this has got to be the year, right? Someone's got to repeat for season 9. So we'll see.
Who knows?
Shout
Who
out to Jose,
knows?
Jose, Jose, Jose. Jose is my guy, man. He won it all this year. His first,
Congratulations,
he's
Jose.
been in the league, I think, 6 years now, and he finally
Hey,
won.
you're doing well.
Yeah, he finally won.
Must have won quite a lot of cash.
Oh yeah, $1,300.
$1,300.
1,300, and second place got 300. Yeah, and
Doing well.
I want to lose in the next week. The third place winner, I got my ass whooped in the third place winner.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow. What a
I can't
collapse.
even get a free entry. Third place wins a free entry into next year.
Oh, wow.
So I lost that
That's,
one.
I'm sorry.
So, I can't have a free entry into my own league. So nah, that's how it went though, man. But for those who did win your uh fantasies, man, your football fantasies. Now your NFL fantasy league, how about that? It still sounds
NFL
creepy-ish.
fantasy.
Congratulations, man. You know, because I did not win. So.
You did not win, yeah.
Willie says
Fair
I
play.
won Rising Rhino 60 team and 2 other 10 teams. Hey, hell yeah! He
Nice.
said I won 3 titles and won second place out of 4 teams. Yo, one thing I stopped doing was multiple um fantasy leagues. Hell no, I'm done. Because now I'm rooting for the guy that I'm going against.
Oh,
Like
mixed emotions.
which one? Oh Lord, I was tired of that, man. Like I kind of want to enjoy the game, not have a heart attack every possession. Yeah, so I said, I'm going to one league, my own league. I'm not joining no more leagues. I lied. As I say that, I am joining a keeper league next year.
A
Uh,
what?
a keeper league,
Keepers.
which means whoever you draft that first league, you have to keep that for the rest of your life, and then you got to go on with your own draft. So you got to keep your guys. There's
No waiver wire.
there's no there is a waiver wire per se. I don't know how it really is, but you have to pretty much keep all your guys. You got to keep at least I think like 9 or 10 out of the 15 guys,
So you've
and
really
and you
got to
and
pay
you got to go. And
attention.
you got but this is your team. It's basically your team for life. And so then the only way you get better is by draft picks from the next year, like rookies and all that stuff. Oh man, so it's crazy. The
You've
only
really
way,
got to pay attention to
yeah.
the
Oh, you gotta
buy.
pay attention. So I am gonna start that league. I like stuff like that though. My league is not a keeper league. Hell no. But yeah, so that's it, man.
Well,
Uh, that
well,
being
my
said, y'all,
condolences for losing.
huh?
My condolences for losing.
Oh, it's all
You
good, man.
know,
Hey, there can only be one. There can only
they
be
can
one.
only be one.
Yeah.
Saquon did not come through for you.
Oh, he did. He came through every damn round. He was my best player, but it was everybody else, man. Everybody else. When Saquon got me 30 points my last game, the rest of the team got me a combined 35 points or something like that. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Bad news bears, bro. So hey, it's what it is, bro. All right, y'all,
Oh,
that's it, man. You guys are awesome, man. When it says good point, bro, but it is cool when you one player is doing crappy, you can watch another one doing well for the league. Oh no, I'm not blaming anyone for doing that. I'm just saying the reason why I don't do it. That's just too much for me. But hey, guys do it all the time. I have no issue with you guys having 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 leagues. I
do
can't do that.
you do you draft Falcons players?
Man, I mean, I would. I draft the Cowboys players, and I hate the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I
no,
hate
I
the
get you.
Cowboys more than I hate the Falcons, honestly. But
Wow.
but the one year I've won in my league, I had a few Cowboy players on my team. I think Zeke was my running back that year. This is like 5 years ago. Well, this is like 4 years ago. Zeke was my running back, and yeah, we was tearing it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he might win a ring.
hey, hey, hey,
He's
hey.
signed with the
When it come
Chargers.
when it come to money, I don't care about teams when it come to money, dog. Come on. The heart is about money, ain't about my damn team. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you will
yeah.
root for Falcons players, just not the Cowboys players, just not the Cowboys or
Oh yeah,
Falcons.
yeah. I love the Cowboys players. I've always had from Michael Irvin to Emmitt Smith. I don't like Emmitt Smith too much, but I think he's the most overrated running back. That's just my opinion, though. But Michael Irvin to Michael Parsons and to freaking CeeDee Lamb to Dez Bryant to Tony Romo. I like those guys. I just hate the Cowboys brand.
I am fair enough. I don't like Michael Irvin, especially since he sliced his own wide receiver's throat. But yeah,
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's a different story. I like the football player, not the person,
not the person.
not the cocaine of Michael Irvin,
Nope.
not that guy. Yeah, I like the guy that catches the footballs and score touchdowns and calls himself what's his nickname again?
I have no
Michael
idea.
Irvin. Damn, what's Michael Irvin nickname, y'all?
Hold on, I got it.
Jesus, I'm slipping. He's got a nickname.
Let's have a look. Nick. Oh no, it's nicknames all one. Oh, I've misspelt Michael.
Oh Lord,
There we go. He was the playmaker.
playmaker, duh. The
Playmaker.
playmaker. Yeah, it's all cool. Yeah.
Nicknames have really gone downhill, haven't they?
Oh, big time, big time. Oh, they nicknames suck these days. Like no one has
Prime
a cool.
time. Tortel Jones, the playmaker.
Yeah, they don't have any good nicknames anymore. You think Pat Mahomes would have a nickname by now? He's the freaking goat in my opinion, but no nickname.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, you'd think he would, wouldn't you?
Nah. Just say today they just keep it simple now. Just call them by the names, man. You know, no one has a nickname, so it's all good.
No one has nicknames.
Pretty much, no one does.
Patrick Mahomes. I think there is a section on Pro Football Focus which has their
I mean,
nickname.
nicknames now are
And
just
here you
like
go. Here you go.
initials.
So we've got Grim Reaper, Showtime, Magic Man, the Musician, Fat Trick.
Oh, I mean,
Interesting.
who are the player names that are these nicknames?
These are apparently the nicknames for Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
The Gunslinger
oh
and
my
Moss
God.
Homeboy.
On that note, y'all, it's time to go. Just making up nicknames for Pat Mahomes. Now, ain't nobody ever called him that. No, the Grim Reaper. All right,
I've
y'all.
heard the Homeboy and I've heard the
Yeah, my
Gunslinger.
homeboy, but ain't nobody saying my homeboy as a stick of nickname. It's not a stick of nickname. That's just what that's what Shannon Sharp calls him. My homeboy.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So essentially, if you've got a media presence and you say a certain name, that's their nickname.
Pretty much, y'all. We're coming back next week, y'all. We're gonna have our wild card weekend recap, and we'll break down our picks and predictions for the divisional round for this year's NFL. Man, I cannot wait, man, for episode number 60. That's right, the 60. We're coming back next
Episode
week, y'all, for
60.
episode number 60 for Tuesday with TJ, the NFL podcast for the homegirl PJ. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. This is another episode of Tuesday with TJ with our main man to the right of me, Mr. TJ Tracy. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love y'all. TJ, have a good night, brother. Be
Have a good
blessed,
night,
man.
everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a fantastic day, week, and stay safe in this crazy world.
That's right. We're out of here, y'all.